Hey, I'm Cheshi and this is SkyRoads. This is an ancient game I've seen in the menu that is made in '93, so it's pretty old by now, and it's actually one of my very first encounters with the Rage game. I used to play it a shit ton, and let's see if I can still do anything. So this game used to have many levels that you can go into, as you can see, and they all get consecutively harder. Now the sound is kind of old school, and the general purpose of this game is just to get to the end of the level without falling down into the abyss like this. Now the very first levels are all actually pretty easy. You don't really need to do anything much to win, but these are basically to learn about the basic controls, like a tutorial if you will. And it's nice and colorful, but that also means that some colors are not... oh, yeah, there we go. Not every color is safe to glide on. I do remember there being colors that explode you, colors that make you go slow, colors that make you go fast. So not everything is safe to fly on. And also one of the biggest issues or traps were the tunnels. In later levels the tunnels were sometimes not connected with the road beneath them, so you think you'd be safe, but actually it was a trap. And I am not sure if the pink... yep. So as I said, some colors are not to be trusted. And this is actually coming from the DOS era of gaming. Ow. And some people think this actually was the golden era of gaming, because honestly a lot of gems came out of... oh, pay attention. Obviously a lot of gems came out in this particular era, and they basically are the fundamentals with gameplay and mechanics. I mean, this might have been the inspiration for games like what I've recently seen, like Boson X is one I've recently seen, and it's basically the same principle. You... oh god. So the grey is the slidey one. I didn't expect that. So it's like... ooh. And you, as you might have noticed from the center of the screen, I have O2 and fuel, meaning that I have to be quick to finish the level, or otherwise I won't make it. But that brings another level of difficulty, because the faster you go, I shall show it by going full speed. It requires you to think faster and look ahead a little more, and it also makes you more vulnerable to crashing into things. Well, so far so good, right? And back when I played this game, long time ago, whoa, Not sure what happened there. Oh, come on. Right. This... I shouldn't have said I'm doing pretty well. I jinxed myself. Sorry, guys. And this ship is bouncy. The level doesn't seem too long, but... Focus, focus, focus. Yeah, I totally jinxed this. The jump, oh master. And made it. And this was actually pretty decent still, in terms of difficulty. But yeah, it's what? Hold on. Oh, the gravity has changed. I just actually noticed now that there's this grav-o-meter left to my speed and fuel meter, and it changed to 400. I never knew it, but by the time I actually was playing it, I was not as proficient in English as I am these days, so. Nor was I that good in playing games. Not sure if I'm considered good now, but I seem to be doing okay. Sort of doing okay. I don't want to jinx it. That's definitely not what I want. Because last time I said it, oh boy. Oh, this happened. Oh well, at least I get less frustrated now than I used to. I mean, I went full out ballistic on this. I nearly threw. Oh. Skipped over it. I nearly threw the keyboard through the room because I could not win. Yeah, and keyboards back then were actually, or back then, I never had the latest. I never had the latest type of equipment. So when I believe it's Pentium 2 was out, I was still playing with the old 486 computer with Windows 3.1 and those games, and yeah, I generally had games like Commander Keen and The Incredible Machine. I mean, those were the bomb. Those were amazing. And stuff like Wacky Wheels. I mean, those were amazing games, and actually for that time I really... Oh, slow down. Careful. Yes. And back for that day, they were pretty fun and amusing games. Ooh. And if you think of it, that in the time these games were made. Oh, gotta pay attention now, sorry. Oh. Slow down. In this day and age, you didn't have much to work with. This game was fully together with another game on a floppy disk, which means which means it's under 1.4 MBs of size. Now if you compare that to games nowadays, for instance take a Skyrim, which is I believe about 10-12 gigs if I remember correctly. It was amazing. And then you had two what they call shareware games on one floppy disk, and it came with a lot of fun games. One other would be Halloween Harry. Loved it. It's like aliens taking over some city, and you have to free the refugees and that kind of stuff. It was lovely. Alright, well, shall we try one more road, and then yeah, let's try just one more road, see if I can do a nice one, and then conclude it. Oh boy, oh. But back in those days, the shareware versions, and I forgot to mention, due to the age, I have found this game on abandonia.com. It's a fantastic website with, oh man, this is going to be hard, isn't it? I set myself up. Abandonia.com is a website where older games can be downloaded. Games which are past a certain age limit or that they are no longer sold, those games will often be called abandonware. And you can find actually some gems of the past in there. It's totally free, and not all the information is downloadable. I mean, with the bigger games which came on CD, for instance, they might have taken out the videos to conserve actually some space on the website, because they host thousands of games. And I almost had it. But yeah, to conserve some bandwidth and space on their servers, they sometimes take out the videos. They, however, can sometimes be found on different sources if the developer or whoever made the game released it and is fair enough to share it with the world. And where do we go here? That's tricky. You're tricky. You are very tricky. Oh. Well. I completely forgot my train of thought. It was so intense. So intense. Yeah. Some games are actually released by the developer as abandonware, so people that actually enjoy these kinds of games can still play them. I have to play this one through DOSBox. Basically because DOSBox is an emulator for DOS or DOS, depending on how you want to pronounce it. These games from the past don't actually run on newer computers, so if you have a newer computer, you will have to download and install and use DOSBox in order to be playing these games. And I think I'm doing this all wrong. And what DOSBox basically does, it emulates an older computer from the era from where the game is coming from. So it's like an emulator like you have for the NES or the Super Nintendo or N64. It's the same thing with old computers. You can emulate an old computer with it. And this is commonly used to play older games like this. I'm not sure if I'm going to make this. One more try. And it's a lovely piece of software that really enables people to play with actually what's childhood memories. I mean, for me it's nostalgia, childhood memories. And this level is actually one I have actually never. God damn it! I've never even got to before because I was not good enough to pass the previous levels. But this entire attempt was just so frustrating for me, which eventually made me say, "Oh, alright, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done with it." And even now, I'm done with it. Not going to happen. And yeah, so this is a small glimpse into my childhood. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and see ya!